Hi everybody and welcome back for another Let's Play of Emperor World. Yeah, don't worry guys, I've had some sleep. You guys up with the rest of my sleep, you know. I mean, still, I don't know anything about this game, so, because I've been doing like side. That's what I've been doing, side missions. Haven't really processed the game. I mean, to be honest, I get sidetracked a lot easier than any quest games like this.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Today is your lucky day, Thomas, because I got one of those you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
I found part 1 in a Century Art.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody would search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
I found part 2 in the cemetery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Hold on, I got more for you.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Part 3. Someone stashed it away in the old plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Miss Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we can help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Ow! Ow! Oh, for goodness sake. I don't know why the fire alarm went off. Alright.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive, Mom? Oh, gosh. It's gonna be babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy. You've never been on a ship before.
I've worked on the occasional supply coach who needed repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts that Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'm glad to have you along.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. I'm the Captain.
Yep.
I think you did the brightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they didn't care much for me.
Thomas seemed very bounty.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
It's not lately seeing a man with a bigger, more crook.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst.
Alright, time to go into my ship. That I still haven't gone like. I mean, technically, I kind of put it
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the what can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Can you walk me through?
Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Step 3. Insert power regulator. Step 4. Celebrate. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Alright. Up. Up. Okay, so we're gonna climb up that. And installing.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I installed the power.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get the heck out of it.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good. I've been waiting to hear from him.
Ah, there you are, hale and hearty, captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little light. And also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need to land on the...
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon. Terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly.
So what's stopping me just leaving altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope.
About the person. How do I know I can trust her?
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Can I land somewhere outside?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kilkelly.
Fine, I'll go and have a word with...
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
You want to explain what's...
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
People will exactly fall for this.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why do I need a gadget for this that I can't steal uniforms or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy cereal? What inattentive and brainless god would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How does the hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
I'll put it to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alright.
We're now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. We're now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? May luck be with you. Of course. Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about it?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time, just run this by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
I thought you said you could keep up with it. But we could prepare.
I absolutely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson once said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders, and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Asking to leave my crew and join hers.
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put it to Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
Sure. We could head over to entry, you know?
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Alexa, turn heat into 21 degrees. Alexa, turn heat into 21 degrees.
The heat's set to 21.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
That's not the point. This hat was just not that one of my workers.
Yeah, with the task force.
Customs inspection, right this way. Identification, please.
My name is Spiral Floppy. It's my first time here.
You've got a ship, but you've never visited groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be compounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Oh, Nick, how do I get this?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of Promenade. Shines like a Byzantine commode. Can't miss it.
On the day why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This year, impounding your ship doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great. I'll go and talk to him to straighten this out.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Yep.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Go.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sunlight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the Promenade Day. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand he's running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
How was something?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
How does the
You pulling my leg?
I'm new around here.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
The board runs most of the systems, don't they?
Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
How does Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life.
I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
So there's actually a board room somewhere where all these company heads in.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Got it.
Glad to help.
I didn't think there were many in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Not of stupid. What do you know about this?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Some light gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
That's all I need to do.
All right?
Okay, what can you tell me about the Bedful?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
So there's between a groundbreaker and a board.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like. That terrifies them.
Why can't the ground on the board just vote again?
This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks. We sure as shit ain't about to do that.
I'm glad that the Baxters keeps pushing.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
I'm looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Got it.
Need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
I'm looking for someone named.
Depends. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
See ya.
He's seeing you.
You.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch.
Windows do not be out of box. A CPN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and tea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
VP 14 maybe.
Those XF411s? And an old Nikita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the boundary? Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I am Spider Fluffy. Nice place. Yeah, chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to help you to keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer is just passing through.
Once I get out of impound,
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of monarch, critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going, most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
it seems kind of warmy. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Haven't they fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Is there no room for...
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
You need a controller to work this out. I'm available for a raise.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
The back bay? Am I supposed to know what that is?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on the lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
You can't get those parts anywhere else.
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking piece, and a damn embassy.
Aren't you delaying the ground system?
Fatalism has got no home on Groundbreaking. We aim to weather the storm, no matter how bad it gets. Between us captains, I try to avoid sounding as bleak as you. Even if I'm feeling down, the crew doesn't need to hear it.
Can't we just try and talk this out? Whoever's down there.
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Have you tried sending anyone else down there to get the parts?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Why is it so...
Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment across the void with Groundbreaker. I don't put their lives on the line if I can avoid it.
I'll get those parts from the back base.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. The ship's grounding something fierce, but I can make time for you.
What's it like being around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
The ship is a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Dean, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
You must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
So what was changed to the command?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you could see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Where's the self-destruct?
I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a skin that goes down stronger than Nana's Bank. Family recipe.
Aren't you a little young to be a trained of its successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Could help you sort of.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. You got my attention.
Once the ask told to you, go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare a note in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Thanks.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship that need my attention.
We don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
How do you keep the board at the safe?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking piece in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You got my attention.
expecting any company? A neighbor from above approaches our residence.
Incoming!
Hey, Greg, you expecting any company? Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Huh. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flame. Nothing personal, promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
I was just exploring the ship. Stumbled.
You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill.
Oi! Leave her alone.
doing?
I'll pay for you to look your way.
Thanks for the best friend. Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. The Greg tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. That's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam.
I came to grab some parts. Could you help installing them?
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger. Be seeing you, stranger.
Wait. How do we get over there then?
So, cozy.
Cozy. Cozy? You call this cozy? How do we even get up there? Hmm. How do I even get to up there? Hmm. How do I get up there? That's my question.
Yeah, huh?
What was that about?
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Are you alright?
Just took off guard, is all. I never met an under-engineer before. It wasn't my dad. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just, she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Let's head back to the ship. I really don't know how to get up there. And this is technically annoying because I don't want to. Never mind. Answered my own question. I thought so there was a lot of this. Right.
That's the last of them.
Boom. Level 8. Let's just take it. I hope I don't need to come back down here.
Smells kind of like old Mrs. Apple pipes.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
I call the parts. Now what?
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shop. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call up the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight magic around the station.
So, I got your part. Why do I have to go to the main shaft?
If every repair was a one-man job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff is busy keeping the station from melting down. You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not on a first try. Able though you've proven to be.
I'll make my way down there right now.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going the wrong way. That was. Don't tell me we're gonna kill everybody. No, yeah.
Watch out!
Okay, switch back. It's always barricade. I think what barricade. Okay, I got it. Down the ladder we go.
Oh, and that's
Ha. You said I won't be able to do it on my first try. It looks like I proved you wrong.
this is Halcyon News. interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Hello.
My boys are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling the line. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Fru to sell you our premium meds.
I'll be on my way. Oh, right. I accidentally pressed the trigger button, the RT button, that basically freaking thingy.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement.
My boys are returning to green. What a weight that is off my... The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Fru to sell you our premium meds.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants to interrupt.
I'm just gonna hang in the back, try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex is dead.
No, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry to feel lost.
Oh, Alex, there were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
I really wouldn't know.
It must have been lost with Alex then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me, how did he die?
He died in an escape pod. Accidentally.
Oh, awful business that. But what? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Again, and I'm sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interesting in Wells?
You haven't read the posters. He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Why do you think I know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
I know where to find it.
What?
Is that the mad scientist wanted board, right?
Indeed. And you know where he is? Excelsior. An apprehension of this caliber would be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Oh no.
Let me guess. There's a cat. What?
The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money. Quickly, for reasons.
So, the entire expect. What happened?
I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the black market fancier on the groundbreaker. I can't authorize the paperwork you'll need to turn Phineas in without it.
To give away something so important to you, must have been some curious reasons.
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It was a mistake, and I'd like to put it behind me. It's only temporary, of course. I'd never leave something so important in the hands of someone of such dubious moral character. I was going to buy it back once I raised the capital. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board.
You have to be kidding me. How stupid can you be?
Oh, it might surprise you.
Oh gosh, that's quite a goof, sir. If you don't mind me saying.
I'm very well aware. Now, let's get back to business.
So before I go get the board and turn over Wells, I need you to do me a favor first.
That's the long and short of it, yes.
Fine, I'll go and talk to Gladius. Maybe I can work something out.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm certain Gladys can be made, well, can probably be made to see reason. I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you?
I want to ask you something else.
Be my guest.
What do you do here exactly?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the groundbreaker. And their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Big fish, small spaces, nice set.
I have few complaints.
Can you get me to Stella Bay?
Good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So, no.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Has it gotten less sticky hot in here lately?
You refer to the radiator issue. Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it.
I fix it, actually.
I owe you a debt then. I was going through 3-4 shirts a day. Still, a Tennyson woman. Deplorable conduct.
My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not too late.
My, aren't you? Excitable.
Don't talk to her that way.
Oh, sweetie. I don't know a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference.
Watch your tongue, or do you not need back after all?
Oh, of course. Right. I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Does that work for you?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Why are there armed guards here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Are their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
You can keep officers on there.
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yeah. I don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
What are these locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does visit here often?
Good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Back to my other question.
Ask away.
I'll be leaving.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be?
Alright, I'm gonna go and do that one first and then go that way.
Mr. Spectrum Blacker.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone. I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by, just to take a closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss.
It's a fine-looking ship. Only it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw with somebody betting her. Were you stalking me?
What? No. Okay, yeah, maybe a little. I'm not trying to be all creepy like, I just want to make a good case for myself. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I can be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Alright, tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. Alright. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and your outlaw gang.
I'm enjoying this, go on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is a work in progress.
I'm gonna let him continue.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and your outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
Dragging off bodies shouts that out kind the shit. Do you think I'm right?
The fun kind? I mean, what else do you do when you got a ship of your own?
Good answer. Welcome aboard.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
You got a crew now, Felix.
That's alright, that's my third. No, fuck. Is that like my third crewmate I got? Yeah, technically, it's. I mean, I won't mind anyway, because the more companions, the more I get to know each one of them.
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value.
Right, so it's upstairs. What? Alright, so it's upstairs. Okay, another ladder. Alright.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Is this ship about to blow up?
What? No. If it were, I'd be hollering loud enough to wake the dead. So, June Lay and I have been talking some through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it, because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good, but real sweet.
Comes from heart, you say.
Oh, well, that's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda.
Sounds like she likes you.
I don't know what it's reading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't. I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they didn't. They said I was cold.
You're about the warmest person I've ever met to tell.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from June Ray. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm going to change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends. Thinking. Isabel. Who's Isabel?
I don't know. Is everything okay?
They were.
And they were close, not anymore?
I don't know. June Lay talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? Lost Hope?
Are you sure you can hold?
No. I mean, I don't know, but do I gotta be? What's a bar for if not loosening your screws a bit? I'm full serious. Next time we're on the groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome. But I'd feel better if someone I trusted was there.
One second. What's that?
Oh. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll keep you move this stuff off the kitchen floor. dangerous where you're getting your food right. Pretty rubbish on the bags. They're just as bad. Fall over hot food.
I have cleaned up a little bit.
Okay. Where have I?
Here.
Here. Well, your next job is before you have your tea. Pick all the shit off the floors basically. And like keep the sofa. Yeah, 'cause I gotta go in a minute. Gotta go back to the bloody river. Hate this new rotor. Just made it.
There's not really time to do anything.
No, not really. But we sorted. I'll do your paper in the morning. You can't really see me much, am I?
No.
I'm back in the morning anyway, so. See you then, yeah? We'll do some cleaning tomorrow together. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Are you off to McDonald's tomorrow?
I doubt I'm sorry, but I'll order you one if you want to. Yeah? Alright. Is that right, Keith?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hold on, I need to rig this up first.
Pick it up, yeah, and then put your sauce in. Right, I better go, otherwise I'll never get there. See you tomorrow, mate, alright?
Yeah. I'm going to do it now and put the sauce in. Alright, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be done about 7 minutes old. Alright. That beeping's getting on my nerves.
You see, we had The old rest and go. All the luxury and comfort of a shipping container. Somehow, I always find my way back to the groundbreaker.
So how did you end up on the groundbreaker?
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays.
And then you were raised by a pack. Right.
That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
You were a stowaway?
That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kinder than run leech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the groundbreaker.
How do you manage?
Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
What happened to you between you and your foreman?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be a bigger man, I tell myself. He's a spacer's chosen man, though. So when the chosen beat my rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolved your difference, like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's a sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Former dock worker, anyway. That's all in the past now. I'm over it. And he's in recovery, probably.
If we had a disagreement, I expected you to be civilized. You couldn't be about it.
Yeah, I mean, in theory. But I wouldn't have felt half as good. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
Please, Felix. If I hadn't picked you up, you'd probably be in a prison cell.
Oh, yeah. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
You're welcome. I kind of wanted to get to know him better, so I kind of. Okay.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought.
He said me. He said you could sell me enough to stay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stutterbeg turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Tell me about this. Any chance since
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I need a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms,
Uh, let's hear the detail.
do you know Edna over in engineering?
Yeah.
Sleep is a P, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Rosewood, and Antiquia abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
An abandoned outpost. You think it's haunted?
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Maybe some sort of auto message.
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows the comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
It's an incorporated town with something to hide. So why the SOX?
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time we got to meddle in our affairs.
So you need someone to snoop around for you.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
You can count on me.
Law bless your absence. Here's a copy of the SOS recording complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Want to try to copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub? She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys. It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
Andom told me you have his sports suit. Can I buy it back from you?
Depends. What are you planning to do with it?
I'll give it right back to its right owner. Why do you care?
Something as hard to come by as an official board seal doesn't fall into a girl's lap every day, my dear. I'm keen to see it put to interesting ends. You got a good heart wanting to do this for him. Frankly, I'm tired of Udon's whining. Don't kill me, please. And I'll pay, I swear. The man's been messaging me 4 or 5 times a day. How's a woman supposed to read her new misses when her incoming folder's all cluttered?
Here's the money.
Here you are. Udon better stop pestering me about that damn thing now. Anything else?
Thanks. Good time.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take the candy with you.
I know she's in there, Boo.
How do you do? Huh. How might I assist you?
I got the seal from.
Oh my lord. You've done it. You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. Now then, let me see. I just have to apply the seal here, sign like so, and ta-da! Here are the forms you'll need once you reach Byzantium. Oh, and a nav key, so your ship can travel there. Those authorization forms will let you speak with Sophia when you arrive. I'll send her a message straight away to let her know you're coming. She'll be delighted, I'm sure.
Who's.
Where have you been living, Captain? Under a rock? Miss Sophia's got to be the second most important person in the entire colony.
Yes, quite. Miss Akande is just the person to take someone with your particular talents and sterling character under her wing. She can fill you in on all of the board's operations in the colony and really put your talents to use.
I'll be going then.
Best of luck to you, and thank you again. Give my regards to the Unreliable. Byzantium. The city of Snobulus. Punchable faces.
Wow. Byzantium. I guess that'll be pretty crowded.
Heard from the last John